Om Shivaya, everyone. Welcome to the recording for the February 5th, 2023 Zoom Satsang. And our first topic, answering some questions sent in to satsang@hindu.org. What kinds of blessings are there, and how could a devotee fully imbibe the vibrations of blessings received from Satguru, priests, deities, ancestors? Lots of sources of blessings there. Last Zoom Satsang, we looked at blessings received in the temple. Today we will look at blessings received from the Guru. As we mentioned last time, the Sanskrit term for blessings is sanidhya. Tamil is sanidhyam, which is defined as divine or holy presence, the manifestation or presence as of a deity. A new term for today, which is related, is sanidhana. Sanskrit, Tamil, sanidhanam, which is defined as 1, presence, 2, sacred presence of a deity, 3, entrance or advent of divine spirit, 4, a term of respect used in addressing or referring to great personages, especially in mutts. An example is referring to the head of an ordinum as the Guru Maha Sanidhanam. Gurudeva generally called the Sanidhya the Darshan or Shakti of the deity or of the Guru. Gurudeva explains Darshan in Merging with Shiva, chapter 44. Little is known of the Guru's grace or the power of Darshana in Western culture. Darshana, more popularly Darshan, is a Sanskrit word meaning vision, seeing, or perception. But in its mystical usage, it is more than that. Darshan is also the feeling of the emotions of a holy person, the intellect, the spiritual qualities that he has attained, and, most importantly, the Shakti, the power that has changed him and is there constantly to change others. Darshan encompasses the entirety of the being of a person of spiritual attainment. In India, everyone is involved in darshan. Some at a temple have darshan of the deity. Others at an ashram have darshan of their Swami, or in the street enjoy darshan of a sadhu. And most everyone experiences Doordarshan. That's the word for television in India, meaning seeing from afar. Even this seeing, through movies, news, and various programs of mystery, tragedy, humor, the fine arts, and culture, can affect our emotions, intellect, pulling us down or lifting us up in consciousness. Seeing is such a powerful dimension of life, and it affects us in so many ways, inside and out. Darshan, in the true meaning of this mystical, complex, and most esoteric word, conveys all of this. The concept of darshan goes beyond the devotee's seeing of the Guru. It also embraces the Guru's seeing of the devotee. Hindus consider that when you are in the presence of the Guru, that his seeing of you, and therefore knowing you and your karmas, is another grace. So darshan is a two-edged sword, a two-way street. It is a process of seeing and being seen. The devotee is seeing, and in that instant drawing forth the blessings of the Satguru, the Swami, or the Sadhu. In turn, he is seeing the devotee in his divine place in the universe. Both happen within the moment, and that moment, like a vision, goes stronger as the years go by, not like imagination, which fades away. That's a way Gurudeva mentions of telling something that's a dream or imagination from something that's a vision. A vision you never forget, a dream you can't remember, imagination you can't remember. But a vision you never forget, in fact, it becomes stronger over time. It is an ever-growing spiritual experience. The sense of separation is transcended, so there is a oneness between seer and seen. This is monistic theism. This is Advaita Ishvaravada. Each is seeing the other and momentarily being the other. That is really beautiful. Darshan embodies Shakti. Darshan embodies Shanti. Darshan embodies Vidya, perceiving on all levels of consciousness for all inhabitants of the world. It is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual perception. Hindus believe that the darshan from a guru who has realized the self can clear the subconscious mind of a devotee in minutes, alleviating all reaction to past actions and alter his perspective from an outer to an inner one. Darshan is the emanating rays from the depth of an enlightened soul's being. These rays pervade the room in which he is, penetrating the aura of the devotees and enlivening the kundalini, the white, fiery, vapor-like substance that is actually the heat of the physical body in its natural state. In the Orient, whenever the cloud of despair covers the soul of a devotee, the darshan of a guru is sought. Whenever it becomes difficult to meditate, his grace is hoped for to lift the veil of delusion and release awareness from the darker areas of mind to soar within. Consciously merge into the inner being of yourself, and you will know your guru when you find him. That's an important key to experiencing the blessings of the guru, is merging into the inner being of yourself. If you were to travel through India on a spiritual pilgrimage, you would undoubtedly hear much about the Sanskrit word darshan. The religious leaders of the Orient are categorized according to the darshan they give, for there are various kinds of darshan. Darshan is the vibration that emanates from the illumined soul as a result of his inner attainment, be he a yogi, pandit, swami, guru, or a rishi. Usually the yogi, swami, saint, or sage attracts his following not so much by what he says as by the darshan he radiates. Hindus travel for miles to receive the darshan of an illumined soul established in his enlightenment. Perhaps he doesn't even speak to them. Perhaps he scolds some of them. Perhaps he gives the most inspired of talks to them. In any case, they feel the darshan flooding out from him. A great soul is always giving darshan. The Hindus believe that the darshan coming from a great soul helps them in their evolution, changes patterns in their life by cleaning up areas of their subconscious mind that they could not possibly have done for themselves. They further believe that if his darshan is strong enough, if they are in tune with him enough, by its power the kundalini force can be stimulated enough so that they can really begin to meditate. This is called the grace of the guru. The ability for one to meditate comes from this grace. You must have it before you can begin to meditate, or you must do severe austerities by yourself instead. Darshan is not well understood in the West because the West is outwardly refined, but not necessarily inwardly refined. The peoples of the Orient, by their heritage, are inwardly sensitive enough to understand and appreciate darshan. Skipping ahead in the Merging with Shiva chapter, Gurudeva compares the darshan of the guru to the fragrance of the rose. To some people, the bouquet of the rose is very strong. To others, it is rather weak. Is the emanation of the rose stronger at one time than another? No, it is always the same. It goes on and on and on, maturing all the while into a deeper, richer, more potent scent. Soon it is filling the entire garden. But to one who comes in the garden with a stuffy nose, there is only the beauty of the flower to experience. In the same way, one who is closed on the inside of himself misses the darshan of the awakened soul. He sees in the greater soul just another ordinary person like himself. The darshan is there, but he is too negative to feel it. But the darshan permeates him just the same. He goes away from the garden not having smelled a rose, but carrying the perfume of the rose himself. If you stand away from the rose, you smell less of the fragrance. Bring yourself really close, and more of its strong and sweet scent will penetrate your body. And the next question, how do we know that we have sealed off the Muladhara? I still get jealous, feel angry, and other experiences associated with the chakras below the Muladhara. I think that means I still have some work to do. Is the sealing gradual? Answer, yes, it is gradual. If we are experiencing these emotions less often than we were a year ago, that is what we are striving for. Gradual progress. I am confused about odic forces and actinic forces that could be kindly explained and elaborated on. A simple answer is that actinic refers to purely spiritual energies, and odic refers to physical, emotional, and intellectual energies. Next question. In the Family Affirmation that has been offered as a helpful sadhana to repeat daily, it says, through our thoughtfulness, care, and compassion, we allow an abundance of gold to accumulate within our home. Please, may we have some examples of thoughtfulness, care, and compassion and how they help us have abundance. The idea is that in our interactions with family members, friends, the public, animals, and even plants, we do so in a thoughtful, caring, and compassionate manner. Acting in this manner makes our home magnetic to abundance. Our second topic is self-discipline, which is the 52nd character quality of our character building workbook. How would you define self-discipline? The workbook gives this definition. Self-discipline means having the willpower to create and sustain strong and positive habits, overcoming lethargy and pushing yourself beyond known limits to new heights of accomplishment. The opposite is unruliness. And our quotes from Gurudeva. First quote. The path of Saiva Siddhanta, as you all know, is a very simple path. It's the path of love, a path of devotion, which makes you want to be self-disciplined. Because to maintain a feeling of love all the time, you have to be self-disciplined. You don't discipline yourself to attain the feeling of love. You attain the feeling of love, and then you want to discipline yourself because you love the discipline, because it brings more love. Second quote. The regular practice of Hatha Yoga is self-discipline, which is a basic aid in character building. A good character and strong willpower are essential to advance oneself spiritually. And comparing the actions of one who is self-disciplined to one who is unruly. First situation, when you discover a love of music, you. Self-discipline. Ask your parents for an instrument and practice daily without fail. Unruliness. Want to play, but want to do many other things too, so drop it. Second situation. When you and a friend decide to improve your vocabulary, you, self-discipline. Get the best app you can find and start memorizing new words. Unruliness. Go at it haphazardly, learning a few words but not as many as she learned. And the third situation. When your running coach tells the team to increase the drills, you, self-discipline. Do what he suggests, adding your own exercises to strengthen your body. unruliness. Find the drills too tiring and soon fall back on bad training habits. And our reflection, take a moment to identify a few ways in which you could improve in self-discipline. And the exercise during these 2 weeks, make it a point to stick with any increase in discipline you set in motion. Oh.